Hello, hello. I'm live. Okay, welcome, 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 welcome. So, I don't know. I just want to make sure that see if I can lift this up a little bit. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I just want to see if I can help people through YouTube that are interested in growing their photo booth businesses. Yes, if you've never thought about a photo booth business, I can help you. But my success rate is with people that are 3 to 5 years in, and they are ready to kind of grow and scale. Maybe they're ready to leave their 9 to 5. Maybe they are ready to hire. Maybe they're ready to buy their second and third booths. Maybe pricing is their struggle. They're just making enough to, I don't know, run a booth and pay people. I don't know, but they don't see it as a viable full-time business. I have been full-time for over 12 years. Have I wanted to get a job during COVID? During COVID for sure. But as far as loving this industry and loving what I do, again, this is the longest I've ever done anything in my life. I've had other businesses that were successful, and then here comes photo boothing. And I, again, love, love, love this industry. Um, love the people that are in it. My community, Chit Chat Photo Booth community, we believe in community over competition. So that is key to moving from where you are. If you're 3 to 5 years in, this is key to moving from, you know, birthday parties, baby showers, a few weddings, maybe a couple of corporate holiday parties a year to, you know, 5 and 6 figure months. Okay. If you're not making 5 figure months and you're 3 to 5 years in, this is where you need to be. You need to be connected. You need to be connected to a community that is going to not keep you down, that celebrates you, that encourages, that offers resources and help to make sure that we all succeed. Okay. Helps everybody feel safer. I'm not into that right now. There is a chat. I haven't gone live. Usually I record and then I post. So this is new. It says I have a viewer. Hey, viewer. If you don't know who I am, my name is Sharone Reed. Again, I've been doing boothing for 12 years. My company is Focus and Fabulous Events. I operate out of Richmond, Virginia. I have been in several markets, so that leads to my expertise. I started in New York City, Washington D.C., and now Virginia. So I've been in all types of markets, top tier markets, crazy busy, hectic, insane, to um, very slow pace. Richmond is very slow pace, cliquish, not large corporate, but yes, corporate. And then we're super, super close to DC. So I have best of both worlds here. New York, crazy heavy, corporate, high end social. But I was just getting started. So had I known what I know now and then be in New York, things would look a lot different. So you're in a good place if you are kind of like, okay, I like what I do, but I also would like to do that, or I like what I do, but I need help. I don't like what I do. I'm tired of doing social events. I really just want to focus on corporate. We can get you there. All right, and we meaning I always talking like it's a whole bunch of me. But here it is. Because my mind is always working, and because I'm in this community, when I say we, I'm talking about the community. Okay. I created, let me see, can I share my screen in live? Screen share. All right. How many of you have heard of Notebook LM? So I'm going to be sharing a couple of things. I'm going to be sharing how I do things as well as what you should be doing. So this is Notebook LM. If you haven't used it, shame on you. It's amazing. It's an AI tool. I believe it's a Google tool, and it's will turn you into a freaking genius. So I put some information. If you're not part of my school community, let's start there. Let's go back. Let's go back. Um, oh, I love that. Oh, all right, I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna share again. This time I'm gonna say my entire screen. Yes. And let me go to my school account. This is school. So if you're not part of school, school is really cool. So you can join all these communities. You can create a community. You can discover a community. So if I hit discover and I put in photo booth, if I could type right, I don't know if I come up number one because I'm number one, or I just come up because it's mine. But yeah, so AI Photo Booth Academy. That is where we talk about all AI photo booths. That one is a $5 membership. This is my chit chat community, which you're in, but not in because you're on YouTube, but you need to be in here too. This community is free to join. So I'm basically trying to get people to come from Facebook over to this community so that you're not missing information. You're kept up. If you want to learn, you can learn. If you want to communicate, join the community and speak and talk, you can. If you want to find out what's going on, you know what I'm also going to start doing? I'm going to start pulling other things from other people's calendars and putting them on here that are photo booth related. So here we are. Is it an active calendar? Yes. On Mondays, every single Monday, we do Money Making Monday. But here's the care. Here's what you need to know. You have to be um, you have to be in the right membership. So there is I'm gonna tell you, um, there's a free tier. So in the free tier, you have community access, peer networking, and general discussion. Anything I'm thinking of, anything I do, I'm putting there. Also, you have access to classrooms. So there are free classrooms. Then you have the premium tier, which is $47 a month. This is where you need to be. You get everything here. You get the Money Making Mondays every single week. We do coaching calls. I'm coaching a little bit, but we're talking and we're strategizing. We're bringing on guests in 2 weeks, not this Monday, next Monday. I'm bringing on Javante Green. If you don't know who he is, you should. He's an amazing young man who has an extremely creative mind and technical skills to match. He is transforming this industry. And if you are not following the trends, you're going to get lost and miss out on some really, really cool things. So he's going to come and talk about the things that he's creating, working with different software companies within our industry. Co-working days. We haven't done them in a while. I'm trying to bring them back, but I need to see more activity. Like I don't know if you need it. I don't want to schedule a co-working day and then it'd be me and two people. I want a real co-working day where there's at least 10 people. So I'm going to start putting out dates, and it's not a thing until we reach 10 people. So if you know a friend and know a friend and know a friend, bring them. Then we have classroom resources. Again, you still have your resources over there, but then there's some classrooms that are only open and resources that are only open to the people that are on the premium tier. And then there are, different recordings and things. VIP tier is just different. It's more like if you need coaching, if you need hand holding. So you get everything from tier one and tier two, but in tier VIP tier, you get mentorship. So we have an additional mentorship group mentorship call where there's homework and we're catching up and we're holding people accountable. And then you can do a personalized strategy with me where we sit down and we look at your business and where you are and what tools can get you where you need to be. And so that's why this one is there because it's more hand holding, it's more focused on you specifically for your business. Okay. So I just wanted to show you this. But anyway, back to Notebook LM. Notebook LM is a Google large model LLM. And then it's really hard to explain Notebook LM because you could use it for two different things. I use it because I just think I can learn a lot from it. And now like with AI, like I want everything now, 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 now. And Notebook LM helps me get that. So I could spend all day on YouTube. Now I don't have to. I can go to YouTube, see something amazing, take that URL, put it into Notebook LM, and have it break it down into bite sizes. Have it break it down into visuals that I can explain and understand. So one of them is called mind mapping, and so I was going to mind map something with you. And before we do that, I'm going to show you where I'm mind mapping from. Inside of classrooms in school, there is a part that says, "I wish someone told me before I started." What I wish someone told me before starting my photo booth business. If you click on that, there's a whole document that goes through all the things that I wish somebody had told me. But it's from the lens of you're in your 3 to 5 years, and now let's get on and get going. Let's make some money. Let's do this thing for real, for real. Okay. So that document. Um, the first one, you're not in the photo booth business, you're in the experiential marketing business. I talked about that one already, but today I want to focus on the three clients killing your business currently. If you are 3 to 5 years in and you are starting to get tired or fatigue of the types of events that you are doing, this is where you need to be focused on. All right. So I put that part of this document into Notebook LM, and then I open up Mind Map. So it created the architectural client selection for sustaining profitability. So some of you are just doing this and you are basically not getting paid. You have fallen to the client's budgets and to the point where you're spending money to do their event. You shouldn't be paying to be at somebody's event unwillingly. Should you do people's events for free? Yes, do them willingly. You chose to do it, but you can't be at somebody's family reunion spending money because it the quote didn't quote. You know what I mean? So anyway, all right, profitability and client selection. The three clients to fire. So we're gonna hit that. And oh, let's go back. Make this bigger. There we go. Oh, discuss. I don't know why. Oh, this is new, y'all. This is new. All right, let me go back here. So it's a couple of things. I put it in there and it gave me the profit maximizer, cutting toxic clients and sustainable growth. All right. So when I clicked on the clients to fire, it gave me a few clients. The first one is that bargain hunter. You know who I'm talking about. This bargain hunter is calling you. I got $200 and I want a booth for all day. Goodbye. I'm gonna need you to go to the camera store and buy you a $200 camera and have some fun because I am not your girl. All right. So these clients have unrealistic low budgets and their demands far exceed their budget. Okay. I had a corporate client doing an event for 800 people. I made this beautiful presentation where inside of Notebook LM. I made this beautiful presentation. I took their theme and their colors and their wants and their needs, my knowledge of this type of a gala, and put it all together. I was extremely excited to show it to her, and she was like, "Oh, do y'all do glam booths?" Glam booths are cool, guys. They are really cool. I think they're perfect for weddings. But she wanted a glam booth. So at the end of the day, we can't make people get what we want. We have to, I mean, we can teach them and tell them why they should get what we suggest based on our expertise. But after you've done your job, and I know I did my job. If they just have a vision for what they want, then go with it. So her vision was a glam booth with keychains. If you have been to Expo in the last 2 to 3 years, a lot of conversation is around keychains, trading cards. So we know the equipment and time and energy that goes into making keychains. You need a cutter. You need uh, uh, a whole setup, like a table where you can kind of hide, privacy wall. You need a front and a back. Maybe you need to pre-cut some things. You're gonna need to buy the keychains. You're gonna need to be able to open the keychains, put the stuff on there, all the things, right? So she wanted that. Ma'am, that is going to cost you $2,500 for 2 hours. She said, okay. Um, sorry, here's something. But she has 800 people coming. So she says, can I have two for the same price? No, ma'am. You can have two for the same price times two. And then she said that she went with somebody else. So I had to let it go. I was brought in by a creative partner, and and whenever I get turned down for a job that I was recommended for, I always tell them what I presented and what the client said. So I presented it back, and they understood, and they knew, realistically, they knew I didn't overcharge. They knew I was doing, my best to make sure that they had a successful event. And at the end of the day, you can do all the things, but it's going to look bad if you don't put the resources into it. And I didn't want to do that. All right. So if like last night, we had 1,100 people, one booth. There were other booths there. I knew there was going to be other entertainment and things there, so I didn't offer multiple booths. But knowing that there's 1,100 people, they needed more booths, and they had it. It just wasn't through my business, so we were good. I still had a long line. We were still super duper packed and busy and crazy, but that's because of what we delivered, right? Our experience was sought after. One person saw it, told another, told another, told another, told another. We had a long line. The last minute Lucy. Woo, Jesus, here she come. And to me, if you calling me the day before, the week before, if you're not corporate, you don't have no money. This is something that you went to another event, you saw it and like, oh, we should have that at our event. Let me call around and see how much it costs. You can also be surprised. Some people do have the budget and they are ready to spend, but then you're rushed. And then the money that you need to charge to do rush jobs, you don't charge it, or they don't want to pay it. Okay, so it can be extremely chaotic. You might have to move things around. You might need to find somebody to white label for you. Like it's just a lot when it comes to those last minute people. And so that's another person you kind of want to get rid of. And the way to do it is you could either have very strict booking rules, which is you have to book within, give yourself at least 2 weeks. If somebody calls you and they're like, "Oh yeah, but oh, I'm so sorry, we're already booked," or "Oh, I'm sorry, we just don't have the. Well, what do you need? Oh no, we don't have the capacity to get you ready by that time." Just be open and honest and ready. Well, what do you have the capacity for? Because you just never know if they will still work with you based off of what you think they can. I could throw a roamer out in 2.5 seconds. We could do a roamer, or maybe not, depending on my staffing. So it's just that last minute Lucy's, you figure out how to deal with them. Okay. And then the friend that doesn't know you have a website, the friend that will not stick to your CRM system, the friend that is only calling you because they do not have a budget. Mm. But if they had money, would they have called you? Mm. The friend that will hire and pay for somebody else, but when it comes to you, get mad because your prices are too high for them. But they don't say the same in Macy's. They don't say the same in Bloomingdale's either. Okay. All right. So we got to be cautious of these people. The same rules, the same way and processes you do for your regular clients, you do that for your friends and family. You throw them into your ecosystem. Oh, Sharon, I wanted to, do you have a website? You still doing this? Is what they kill me with. You still doing that photo booth thing? Been doing it for 12 years. You watch my social. You know I do it. What are you talking about? Anyway, I'm just joking. Um, throw them into your, yes, here's my website. Oh, I was wanting to tell somebody, oh, well, here, I have a message in my notes that basically throws them right into my CRM, and then put them into your CRM. Turn on your workflows, like really turn it on so they understand. They just can't call you on the phone and expect a photo booth. They have to go through your systems. And if you don't have systems, another reason you're in the right place. All right. The larger context, profitability, and client. Let's see what else it says. And it goes on and on and on. I hit it again, so it gave me some more stuff. It's talking about that bark and hunter, nickel and diming. Oh, you ever have somebody, well, how much if you don't do this, and how much if you bring that, and how much if you use one of our such and such, you know. Ooh, Lord Jesus, that's a mess. All right, so I'm gonna go back to our mind map. Profit maximizer formula. Revenue per event. All right, and then let's open this up. Okay, so and this is the cool thing about the mind map. You see that? How it goes in, and then you can go and do all the points. So I'm just going to take that back since we already did it. So for this one, I'm going to actually use the mind map. All right, this is so cool. All right, so the first one says revenue per event. Revenue per event, y'all. Revenue. Are you making money at your event? This is what I was saying. Is as you look at your event, you need to calculate all of your costs, from your gas to your attendance to the paper you bought to the keychains you had to get. Oh, you needed a new backdrop, gas to get there in your car. Did you hire a roadie? Did you need to book a van because you had too much stuff that didn't fit into your vehicles? Did you feed your staff? Did you have to get supplies? You're doing an outdoor event, you needed batteries, like all the things, right? All of that costs money. You needed insurance. Maybe you needed additional insurance. All the things, okay, needs to be worked into your formula. So it's giving a formula here. I will put this in the group, in the school as well, if it gives us some really good stuff. The other thing about Notebook LM is when you see something, you can save it as a note, and now it's over here, and you can use it as a source. You can also copy and turn it into a PDF. How can I accurately measure the stress factor in the formula? What strategies help attract high-end corporate event planners? And how should I handle firing current friends? All right, so that seems like it's going back to the other stuff we were talking about. All right, let me go back to the mind map. But this is kind of cool. I like this. I'm gonna go ahead and open that because I think most people want to know. Sharon, why you ain't hit that? You better click on that thing, girl. All right. Time components, prep, event, and follow up. When somebody calls you for a 2-hour event, do you think that you only work on that event for 2 hours? Absolutely not. Even the day of, it's at least a 5 to 6 hour event. Then that hour you took to set up the event at home. Then that other hour it took to go through your garage or your storage unit to gather the stuff. Oh, the backdrop's dirty. You had to wash it. That's detergent. Like, think of all the things in prep time it took, the event itself, and then afterwards you had to send a few emails, you had to download the images, maybe there was something that happened with the images, you got to correct the images, you got to spend money to correct the images. All of that needs to come into play when you are thinking, am I going to be profitable with this event? What are your margins? Know your numbers. Stress factor. Ooh. Oh, let's go back. It's doing its thing. All right, so this doesn't have buttons, but it went there. I'd hit it again twice. Within the profit maximizer formula, the stress factor serves as a critical variable in determining a client's true worth to a business. The serv- the source ugh, the source defined the formula as calculating client value by dividing the revenue per event by the total toll the event takes: prep time, event time, follow up time, stress factor. The source emphasizes that the stress factor is a very real and tangible cost. When dealing with difficult clients such as a bargain hunter, a last minute Lucy, or a friend client, this factor drastically increases because they cause you to lose sleep, make errors, and miss out on other lucrative business opportunities. I was doing an event, and a lady was not being difficult, but we have a new product that is out, and a lot of people want it, but they can't afford it. And they wanted to kind of devalue it by putting it only out for an hour. Mm-mm. and so that they could get a lower cost. Actually, they wanted to put it out for an hour and then bring in another booth when in actuality that would cost more what they were suggesting. And so I said, well, let's just stay within budget, and how about I give you what you can afford? Oh, no, 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 we really want this. So they, at the end of the day, ended up spending the money. But you got to educate, right? You don't let people lead you, you lead them. You do this for a living. You do this every day. You know what your costs are. You know what it's going to take to do that. So she wanted to do one booth, um, but wanted to maximize the budget and then tried to do two booths inside of that budget based on the hours. Well, hours don't really matter. Do they? They do. They don't. They do because the cost of your labor. So if you have attendance, it does matter. If you don't have attendance, it might not matter. So I hear a lot of people like DJs that bring on photo booths. Like, well, I'm already there. I'm set it up. Right. So you're maximizing your hours. Not the client, but you're maximizing your hours and putting more into it. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments and I'll help you. So it says, for example, their example is, so I gave mine. For example, the source illustrates that a difficult client who pays 800 but brings a massive amount of stress can actually result in a true client value of a negative 200. That's when you see people charging so much. I charge for the stress. Or if somebody calls you and they want you to do a job that you don't want to do, i.e., me, weddings. I don't like weddings. My wedding packages start at $2,500 because if I'm going to go somewhere, I want to be paid. If I'm going to do something I don't want to do, I want to be paid for it. All right. Don't want to keep you on. Let's keep moving. We're almost there, guys. And then we did it, negative true value. So we've covered this. Great. All right. The dream client. All right. Let's look at their profile. They're corporate event planners. Now, everybody doesn't want to do corporate. I get it. We're going to talk corporate. I do corporate. I do some social. So let's talk corporate. But if you have questions about social, I might bring it up in here. But if you have questions about social, I will help you. Can you be very profitable only doing social events? Absolutely. Did it for many, many years. I just enjoy corporate event planners. So these are your friends, people that work for companies. There are companies that actually have event planners. Okay. Um, Event planners are not just people to decide, hey, I like to do events. Oh, I like flowers. I'm going to start a event company and host events. There are people like that. And then there's corporate event planners. These are people that have gone to school to be an event planner, have gotten certifications, and then a company has hired them to do their retreats, to do their meetings, to do their galas, to do all those things. And if you get a large company, they don't just have one, they have multiple. So a lot of my sweet spots lie in companies that have large employees, headquarters. I live in close proximity to DC. DC has a lot of national organizations, right? And so that these national organizations have chapters in different states. Large companies, if they're headquartered in your city, they usually have a large event team. So when you're on LinkedIn and you're looking at the company, you're looking for your event planners for that company. And they usually have a certification or a degree after their name so that you know that they are professional event planners. Okay. Established brands. Um, this is a hard one. It's really hard to break into agency work. Um, and it's a conscious decision. I have several friends that work with agencies. They love it and they hate it. And they love it and they hate it and they love it and they hate it. Depending on your agency, that could be a reason why, depending on how often they keep you away from home. I'm in an age, I've been doing this a long time. I'm trying to figure my way out, right? So my take is going to look a little different than somebody that's trying to figure their way in. Okay. Agencies, are they the end all be all when it comes to established brands and working with the Coca Colas of the world and the the Verizons of the worlds. Yes, I think you need to go through an agency, a marketing agency. If you know someone that does the events or marketing for that company, and they can tune you into who you need to be working with, great. Networking is key, guys. You have to open your mouth if you want to do work. You gotta meet people that can get you in the door. And then we have high-end wedding planners. So remember when I said, "Oh, I like weddings, I like flowers," and there are people that, again, go to school, become a professional wedding planners, high-end wedding planners. They're all on the TV. What's that guy, David Totero? You can meet these people at wedding expos. You can meet them on social media. Follow them on Instagram, YouTube. Start going to conferences. Wedding MBA is in the fall in Vegas. It's a great place to meet these high-end wedding planners. Um, Yes. I'm not a fan of weddings, so I don't have a lot to say about weddings. That's probably not gonna be the person I'm looking for. Alright, so those are their profiles. These are the people, that are considered dream clients. Alright, benefits. Um, their budgets look a little different, alright, than somebody who doesn't do events, right? Um They know what it costs. They know that they have to spend money to do an event. I hate when people call me and they want a photo booth, and their response to why they can't pay you is, "We're a nonprofit." You know how many nonprofits I work with that pay me more than corporate? Lots. People that are nonprofit and raise money should really hire, or they don't want to put the money out front to get the money in the back end sometimes. And that's what you have to do. So the event I went to last night, I was previewed to the information. I don't even know if that's a word, but they told me last year they raised $5.5 million in one night. So when you tell me I'm a nonprofit, and this is a nonprofit, okay, you tell me I'm a nonprofit, I can't afford to pay you, I laugh, because honestly, you should have people that know how to run a nonprofit be on your team, be on your board, so that you can stop saying to people, "Oh, we're a nonprofit. We don't pay for things." Yes, you do. Yes, because it takes money to make money. There's not coming to an event to drop $5.5 million if you are auctioning off Bath and Body Works gift cards. Okay? So hire people or go to events, right? Because sometimes you don't know because you've never seen. I didn't know people could raise $5.5 million. I mean, I knew, but I never seen it done in real life until I went to an event. Okay. So don't let that nonprofit thing get to you. There are people that have budgets. And when you're working with professionals, that's where you see it. Value, sorry, value quality. Mm, mm. I value quality over quantity. I like to work less. So I do focus on people that have larger budgets, events that are annual, um, because I want to work less. One thing I learned during COVID was I like weekends. I want my weekends back. And so by going corporate, I was able to bring my weekends back. I'm gonna click on this so that it gives us some more forte there, some more information there. I want to make sure I speak to that. And oh, sorry guys. Let me go back. But you're getting to see Notebook LM. I'm going back to dream clients. And where were we? All right. Advanced bookings. Like I said, I like to book people that book every single year. And usually what happens is these people are kind of as soon as the last event is over, they're already starting to plan for next year. So you are keep with them. Okay, let's go. Let's plan for next year. Quality referrals. When you do these types of events and these types of people are coming out, they like what you do, they're hiring you for their event too. So it just keeps growing, you know, be in the right place at the right time, and then it keeps growing. All right. I want to go back to here where it talked about. mm, Okay, I thought I hit it. Let me hit it again. See what it's doing. All right, let's go here. It says discuss what these sources say about value quality in the larger context of benefits. Clients who understand the value of quality bring significant benefits to the business. So it's kind of like you want to show up and show out for certain clientele. So last night we showed up and we showed out, but we always do that. But we showed up and showed out extra hard. And even if the client doesn't know some things that will make the difference, I do, and I'm going to make sure that they're there. So one thing for me that makes the difference is specialty paper. One thing that makes the difference is having a lot of staff available. Last night I was able to kind of stand back and look over and move where my attendants couldn't. I was able to help them with their workflow. Some of my attendants can't auto fix themselves into a workflow based on the situation. If you're bottlenecking, fix it. If your line's too long, fix it. It's not, oh, the line's long. No. Why is the line long? Fix something that can make it move faster. Oh, so I'm constantly jumping in and, oh, if we had auto print going, then we wouldn't have to wait for her to press auto or she wouldn't forget to okay, fix that. The pictures, the AI wasn't working the way we wanted, fix it. So I had to have somebody that can oversee, whether it's there, which had to be for that event, or tech support at home overseeing watching the event real time inside of the computer. Um, hmm. So it goes on to say that it benefits your business primarily because they make up your dream clients, which includes established brands, corporate event planners, and mid to high end wedding planners. The core benefits of working with these clients include the fact that they process actual budgets, book their events well in advance, and consistently refer other high quality clients to your business. In a nutshell, this is it, y'all. That's it. Once you understand this and go hard in the paint, you are good. You're on your way. And you connect with a community of people, like minded people that believe in community over competition. That is the formula. That is the game. I just taught it. That's it. I'm done. I'm it. That's it. I'm done. So I'm going to close this out. I'm going to come back to live and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to thank you. I'm going to thank you for jumping on and listening. Um, Thank you for the 5 people that came on. Somebody stayed for 60 minutes, somebody stayed for 48. Thanks. I didn't know I was on that long. Appreciate you. This is really great. If you're not on YouTube live, oh, this is interesting. I really like this. It's kind of cool. Um, oh no, these are old. Okay. But anyway, I think anybody that came on to see this, I'm believing it's going to be saved and you'll be able to come in here. I'm going to go ahead and download it, get some Opus clips going with it, and definitely join school and definitely make sure that you go to that document and learn more. This was just a piece. This was a little piece of what I knew, what I wish someone would have told me when I first started. So a lot of times, like the clientele that I do have, I work with the Washington Commanders constantly. How did you get that? It was someone told someone about me. I did a holiday party and then I grew. So you got to show up and show out for every event, especially ones that you are referred to by a friend, by somebody that believes in you. Show up and show out and join a community like Chit Chat Photo Booth. All right, that's all I got. And I will see you on the next live. I'm going to try to do these on Sundays if I'm available. Like I said, I wanted my weekends back, so I'm gonna try to do these more often. I really enjoyed it. Okay. Bye.